right? Because we're afraid if we use it against anybody other than each other, then we won't be able to monetize it. But it's easy for LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith to go at each other, and black media will pick up that story, circulate it, talk about it, right? But when it's Jaylen Brown talking about the NBA agents, right, black media won't talk about that, right, because they're afraid. So we don't mind saying, oh, Jaylen Brown said something about LeBron James, even though he didn't, right? But that's when you get Sports Illustrated, MSN, right? Clutch Sports. They all pick up and say LeBron shaded or Jaylen shaded LeBron, but he did not. He was just talking about the business. Yeah, I did. Listen, somebody said I commented on LeBron laughing my ass. I did laugh. I'm not going to lie. You know, like it is what it is. I think when LeBron, I think that at some level it's okay to like, we have some back and forth when it's like comedy. But what I'm saying is that it's going too far, right? When I see you make light of something, like Stephen A. Smith says that he would have socked LeBron. All right, that's funny. It's sports, it's entertainment, I get it. And then LeBron posted a video of Stephen A. Smith punching, right? That was funny to me, right? I'm not going to erase my laugh. But the bigger picture in all of it is like, damn, after your monkey brain reacts to something, your higher level, your neo taps in and start thinking like, wait a minute. This is actually whack that you got these two men, right, who have hundreds of millions of dollars going at it, and they have some of the largest influence in the world. And what they're going at it for is something that men that are masculine can easily sit down and have a conversation about and move forward. So either you intentionally want to beef for no reason, when that's literally a conversation, right? Like anytime somebody got a problem with me, 9 out of 10, I'm going to send them my number. And I'll be like, let's communicate. Because what I realize is that this social media things get out of hand, and black men have to learn how to communicate. You feel me? Like LeBron and Stephen A. Smith could have that conversation, right, that they had in public, and then have another one in private, come to a conclusion, a respectful understanding, and move forward and set an example on how other men should handle their conflicts. Like respect and salute for LeBron for walking up to Steven, checking to where he felt like he was defending his son. I'll probably do something like that as well. Then I want to have a follow-up, be like, listen, man, I ain't even trying to turn this into something where the media gets to turn this into a circus and pit us against each other. I know you got a job. I'm going to do what I do. But behind the scenes, like, let's have respect so these things don't go out of hand. You feel me? And the narrative doesn't become about me and you going at each other, but instead we get to utilize our influence in a different kind of way. That's powerful, right? That's simple conversations that you can have. I get it. But I understand that, yes, you're correct, Transformer. Conflict and capitalism are lovers. They do go together. These things, the current America feeds off of conflict, emotional turmoil. That's what this current world feeds off of, right? So I understand that black media is extreme capitalism, and we're not using it for its real projected power. The real projected power is its ability to tell stories and shape narrative. That's our real power. Everybody knows this, but it's a reason why black platforms that report on sports, they're not going to talk about Jaylen Brown talking about the agent models and how players are losing their money. Even though they talk about sports, everything else that go in sports. If LeBron would have said something like or if Jaylen would have said something like F LeBron and Stephen A. Smith, and man, they all would be talking about it right now. They'd all be talking about it right now. So when it's something that could be a positive influence and bring awareness to an issue, then why is black media intentionally and purposely not talking about it? Not that it's not going to get views. It's because it's going to get views if they talk about it. Because you turn it into a larger issue. You force a conversation The conversation becomes the advocacy based on the awareness, right? And things are then forced to change. That's the power. You know, when you're paid not to, you're afraid to. And basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to leave people out to hang. That's called gatekeeping. Gatekeeping is saying that we won't talk about what y'all talk about, so it makes it seem like what y'all talk about is radical. Because if everybody talks about it, it's normal. That's how gatekeeping works. That they control subject matter. Because if everybody is speaking on it, then everybody has the excuse of saying, well, they talked about it, it's going viral. That's what I'm talking about. It's my job. So gatekeeping works by controlling subject matter, conversations, and deciding what becomes news and what doesn't. So black media is our biggest gatekeeper. So like we can complain about Elon on X. Y'all mad at Elon and Donald Trump? No, I think that the onus should go to black media. I've never seen a Joy Reid talk about Earn Your Leisure. I mean, like high-level conversations. Maybe she talked about Earn Your Leisure. I don't know. But we only talk about what we think is safe to white folks. That's all. I've never seen a Trevor Noah speak on the platform. Never seen it. Breakfast Club has. Respect and salute. They really one of the only large-scale platforms that does it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the rest of them, they only do it because it's extremely popular. But they're not trying to move no needle. They only do it when it's extremely, which means that it's the safest, which means that it requires no integrity. It requires no courage. It requires nothing for you to do it. That's nothing. Talking about popular topics that's easy. Oh yeah, Sway, of course, Sway. Come on, man. Sway from the town, man. You know Sway gonna hold it up and down. You know what I'm talking about? Like, Sway different. He always been the one. You feel me? Elliot Wilson, what's his name? Elliot Wilson. He ain't gonna talk about it. He a gossip queen more so. He ain't gonna talk about real stuff. Because he don't want things to become normal. He don't want more kings to challenge the throne. I get it. We, black media, are the ones that create the gatekeeping culture and make black America unsafe. Now, white media does what they're supposed to do. If there's an idea they believe in, they will push it. Oh yeah, Joe Budden, he's had EYL up there. He's had Trapper up there. I know they spoke on me a few times. They talk about it, and now they got Mark Lamont Hill up there. I respect it. I respect that. Because Mark Lamont is intelligent enough to elevate the conversation when necessary. Thank you for mentioning that. Yeah, I know white is a status, but they know how to understand the membership of the club called white. You can't be mad at them because white people have a belief that they want to, there's a saying, and get money, like I see Rashad tweet this. Number one rules, don't lose any money. As a white person, number one rule would be don't lose any power. Think about that. If you're a person of power, why would you want to lose your power?